On Sukkot, we leave our house, our place of our permanent residence, and we go into the sukkah, a very minimal structure, 4 walls and a roof. While our house represents a place with all our desires come to life. We want beautiful bathrooms, beautiful kitchens, etc., etc. And when things aren't exactly the way we want them, it can upset us at times even. We take for granted that we even have just 4 walls over our head, 4 walls and a ceiling over our head, a roof. We want a whole bunch more. We're kind of led by our desires. When we come out into the sukkah, we are brought back to a time when we were traveling through the desert and all our needs were met. Not desires, needs. We had 4 walls, we had a roof. The clouds built the house for us. Very minimal, exactly what we needed. Our clothes were washed for us. Our food came down from Shemayim every day in the form of man. And all our needs are met. That's all we had, really. And it took a great amount of faith to go through that. It was a test for our faith. And so when we come back out into the sukkah, on Sukkot once a year, we can reflect back onto that time when we were just surviving on faith. That's all we really had. We didn't know that we would get food tomorrow. All we had for our house was 4 walls and a roof. And actually life was pretty simple. And everything was taken care of. And we survived. We came through 40 years. No problem. We were alive at the end of it. And so it's great to remember that while we are living today in our homes and trying to perfect them and make them better and get more stuff and accumulate more garbage, to remember that actually our needs are always met by God, who's taking care of us. And not to get so distracted into and chasing our desires, and when they're not met, to think we don't have what we need anymore because I don't have what I want. It's very different. We do have what we need. The proof is, if you didn't have what you need, you wouldn't be alive. So if you're hearing this message, you have what you need. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying we don't have lots of challenges and struggle. Maybe that is also something that we need. I don't know. But certainly if we're here and we're alive, our needs are being met. And not because we're taking care of ourselves, because that's too much for us, actually. We have so much. There's so much going on in everybody's life, always. A lot. To the point where we feel sometimes, how am I even going to survive this? It's too much. And so that's where the sukkah comes in. We know that all Jews are fit to sit in one sukkah. And of course that means all different types of Jews from all different walks of life can fit in one sukkah. We're all one. It also means, though, that all parts of myself, within the individual, all of himself is fit to sit in one sukkah. Now, how is that possible? I have so many parts, and so many parts of me that I don't even want to look at or I don't want to see. There's so much shame. There's so much guilt. Of course, I want to sit with my great sides that I appreciate, my happiness and my, my whatever else is great and I appreciate about myself and others appreciate about me. What about all my crap? Do I want to bring that into the sukkah? And how do I do it? How do I accept all of me? How do I do it? For that, the sukkah tells us, you don't have to do it so much. Give it all to God. Give it all to faith. Have faith in God. He's going to take care of all your needs. And so I come into the sukkah with all my parts and I look up at the schach, which represents faith. It's all about faith. It's just the 4 walls. And how am I going to survive? Well, my needs are all met. And all these parts of me are the parts that I need. And how do I do it? How do I survive? I stopped trying so hard. Stop trying so hard to control, to take over, to do what the work that God's already doing for me. If my needs are all met and I'm being taken care of, let me just offer it all to God. Everything. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Give it all to God. And so I invite you all to think for a moment about things that are maybe too hard for you to carry. It's just too much. And maybe just stop carrying it. Offer it to Hashem, and He will carry it for you, because He's taking care of you all the time anyhow. It's already happening. L'chaim. Chag Sameach.